Hello and welcome to the Car Care channel, and welcome back to the 600,000 mile Lexus project. It's ready for the body shop. We are headed over there, so let's jump right into when we are at the body shop and we'll see what they say about it. All right, now the body shop is literally just down the street, so we're gonna take it really slow because I have no mirrors. Should probably put our seat belt on. We're just down the street. It's very scary to drive cars without a mirror. I just realized that. So we don't have any mirrors, and with half the car missing. So we're going to the body shop that we always drive by. We say the Tesla graveyard. They don't have the Tesla graveyard anymore. They got most of these cars done, and as soon as I said that, they have more cars. They have more Teslas. That's okay. Let's pull in the body shop here and see what they say. We are with Dan from CarStar by Dan Rich. He's the owner of the shop, and thank you so much for
my pleasure.
Dealing with this for us.
Oh yeah.
So this is a 2001 LS430 with 631,000 miles. We want to do a few things, and I want to take your opinion on a few things.
Okay.
We're going to replace this bumper. I got you a new OEM bumper with the little trim. We need that painted, not installed. I'll install those later. The hood has all kinds of rock chips over here and here, and there's a few dents. You see them, so we want to go over the whole thing. Anything it needs, just let me know.
Okay.
That's for the front. For the sides, I got the rockers off. Those just need painting. The very bottom of them is a little damaged because that's where the pinch weld is.
Okay.
Not too worried about that, just the outside.
Clean them up and refinish them.
Yes.
Okay.
I need your opinion on this. Do you see this area right here? Is there anything we can do for that?
Well, we can repaint it.
Okay.
We'll have to do it with the doors off, though.
Okay.
So you would have to pull the doors, right? Because you're going to do them the R&I of all the product, and then the trim, and then we'll just mask it and we'll prep it and refinish the door jambs. Yeah, I mean, if you take both doors off, we can reshoot the jam.
Okay. So I think let's start with the main stuff.
Yep.
And then we'll either come here and remove the doors, or we'll take it, bring it back with no doors. You guys can have it, because we can't. I'm assuming we can't leave it outside like that.
No, right.
So it's got to be done in a time.
Right. What we'll do is, if you could get it ready, your schedule with my schedule, and we'll get it right in, and then try to do it all within the 2 days.
Sounds good to me. I'm in no rush as long as things are done well. This quarter panel had been replaced before. I remember when we took the interior, it was all spot welds. So look at it. If you feel like if we paint the whole thing is better, you tell me.
Okay.
The main thing is the trunk. This is pushed in. Remember we talked about it?
Yep.
So I don't see anything very obvious that is pushed in. But again, once you guys look at it, I see this one a little pushed in.
Yeah, I'm going to say that it looks the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
We can do some measurements, and we'll go from there, and then we'll take a look and see what we can do to realign that body for you.
That works. And anything you need parts-wise, let me know. I got you the bumper. I got actually the little foam piece. It's all mangled. I got a new one.
Okay.
And then the last thing is, actually we skipped something. This side, I don't think that's bad enough where I would do anything about it. I think that'll come out. But the last thing is, and this is, body shops and rust don't get along. Is that the case?
Yep.
We got this spot. He's bubbling up a little bit. I think that's the repair when they replace the quarter panel.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll clean all the body caulk out, and then we'll have to look at the extent of the damage underneath there.
We'd like to repair that.
Yep.
And then I already got this trim.
Okay.
That I think we'll just clip in. That we'll take care of.
Very good.
While the car is here, look around it. If there is
well, my main concern is once we start to get ready to paint the part, with the car being faded, what our color match is going to be. So I think that's going to be our first concern, is to see where we're going to be with the color. My nephew is our painter, so we'll go through that once. Maybe we'll start with the bumpers and see how we'll come up with our color. We'll get some spray out cards, see, because we don't want to paint the whole car.
And this is a pearl
object is to
paint.
to get it to look the best we can without doing a complete restoration.
Yeah.
Right. So
you know what? I guess we have taken this far enough.
Right.
If you feel like that's needed, why not? But let's hope not.
Okay.
Let's
yeah.
hope not.
So let's take that first and see where we're at.
All right, Dan. I'm entrusting you with my car.
Okay.
I trust you. You're a good guy. You guys do good work. So, guys, we'll show you a few sneak peeks of how this process went, and we'll catch you guys after it's all done and we're ready to assemble. Welcome back to 3 months later-ish. It's back, and you notice not much have changed, except we have gained probably some pounds in dust. But the car it's actually came back from the body shop, and it's been sitting in storage for a very long time because the hood didn't go, because the hood had a lot of hail damage, and the body shop was basically like, this is going to cost you a small fortune to fix it. You might as well just find another hood, because the estimate they gave me was, let's just say it's the kind of estimate that makes your heart skip 2 beats, not 1. So yeah, we're gonna leave the hood for now, because unfortunately they don't make a new hood anymore. It's discontinued. That was the first thing I was thinking about. And then getting a used hood, I don't know how you're gonna ship that with any of the shipping companies will not have damage on it. So here's what I am thinking. There's a few things around the car that I want to take care of. I'm going to see if a paintless dent repair person can give me a more reasonable estimate. Fix the dents and then just paint the hood. That way we're not doing actual body work to it, because body shops do not fix dents the way paintless dent repair. And most of these are little hail damage stuff. They didn't really chip the paint or whatnot. So we're gonna put a hold on the hood. But right now, I want to put the bumpers. The bumpers are back, both painted out. This is the old bumper still. We didn't even take it off the car. There was no point. But the bumpers are painted. The side skirts are painted. We do have a few other odds and ends that we're gonna take care of. The mirrors are not painted, because we'll talk about that in a little bit. And the trunk is fixed. Order of business number 1 is we got to put the rear bumper back. And the rear bumper is not just take it out of the box, put it, remember this is an LS460. Did I just say LS460? I am sorry I offended you. I am so sorry. Remember, this is an LS430. You don't just get a bumper and bolt it on and that's it. There is a lot of things that need to go on the bumper before it goes on the car. So let's go do that. Would you look at this beautiful thing? What do you think, Jose? Isn't that just a beautiful thing?
Like you.
So here's the thing. Let's flip it and put it down this way. This way for now. Here's the thing. Here's the best part about this. So the old bumper, which I actually have it right here, let's just show you. I don't have to handle this one with care. This is the old bumper. You notice this part was also white. Notice this one is not. Let me put this away, talk about that. So originally when the body shop painted this, I was like, hey, you forgot a section here. He actually told me he pulled it up in the original Toyota manual or Lexus manual. That's not painted from the factory, which tells me that bumper was painted possibly multiple times. And yeah, and then we had another LS 430 in the shop that was a pre-facelift. I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that's not painted, that's black. I guess I never noticed that part. Well, I don't know how we're going to set up this bumper. Full disclaimer, I am not a body guy, and we're trying our best not to ruin this beautifully. They did such a good job on this paint. It matches. They spend an enormous amount of time, and they called me probably 10, 15 times because they know how picky I am about paint. So let's just hope the final product really matches very well. It was very tricky because this is a pearl color that is aged, and aged is an understatement here. So they did not just take the paint color out of the book, mix it, and let's go. No, they had to match it to the actual color of the car. They had multiple samples, and God bless them, they really spent a long time on this. They were wondering where do you want to match. So they ended up with 3 samples, some of it matching the front, because the front of the car has different shade than the rear of the car. So the bumpers are actually, if you put them side to side, they're not painted exactly the same, because the front of the car has a different shade than the rear of the car because it's a pearl paint. But I love how it looks. That's the best part. So let us figure out how we're going to, because I got to attach the side brackets that hold this bumper. Let me just figure out how we're going to situate this bumper without damaging it, and then we'll do that and we'll continue. I think this is much better. If you are a body professional or, you know, a body man, please don't start laughing at us. We just don't have bumper stands. So Jose is going to hold it in the middle, and I'm going to be working here. What we're going to be doing is, I got all new hardware. Probably could have saved some of the stuff from the old bumper, but it's all mangled up, and I think 631,000 miles is enough for those hardwares. This stuff was actually not expensive, so that was nice. But I want to assemble, like this bracket goes somewhere here. There's this little one that goes somewhere here, and they're all riveted. I got all the rivets are somewhere here. We go. Even the rivets, I got them. Something with Toyota and Lexus, they always use strange rivets. So if you go, okay, I'm just gonna use some universal rivets. They never sit right. They keep giving you trouble. I learned that the hard way. So let's start with some of these bracketry. I'm gonna heavily be comparing it to the old bumper to make sure we get everything, because this is not exactly my neighborhood. This is body work, so not body work, but you know what I mean. Let's get this bumper together. So we already ran into a problem, which is kind of a strange one. This goes here, and actually what holds this is not rivets, it's this little tiny clip. And the best part is the manual absolutely does not tell you if this clip goes this way or that way. I'm just gonna, oh, okay. I can live with that, Jose. I can live with that. This holds it really tight. However, yeah, there we go. That's what's going on. They literally look like rivets on the old bumper. But again, now we discovered that the old bumper might not be an OEM bumper. But I'm looking at these. I wonder if I should leave them the way they are, like without cutting them. I think I should, because this little other hole has a clip that is on the body that lines it up. This is a bolt that goes from inside the car, and this is the other clip that clips on. So I think this is good. Now we move on to this one, which is a riveted one, which I do have to find out. I love this. They have a little arrow inside that says out. This is actually a really nice piece of aluminum. So this would be here. I gotta make sure that this is, because there's 2 of them. I'm gonna look in my parts department here. There's 2 of them, and they are the same. Okay, so it doesn't matter which direction goes where on this one. The only thing we gotta watch out for is where it says out. Assuming out, they mean the body of the car out. And they give you these little nice covers on the studs, but can't really fit them through. So now, I'm gonna make sure our out's facing out. Put this here, and then one rivet. See if I can do this. Still can't do this. Usually I'm used to riveting speakers and stuff like that. Not... Come on, Mr. Rivets. There we go. Okay, well that's in. Now we're gonna basically, this side is ready. We're gonna basically do the exact same thing, except I'm looking at this. Oh, okay. That works. This is just such a strange setup, but I guess that'll work. Now we gotta basically rinse and repeat on the other side, and we should be good. We still have a few more things to do with riveting, and we'll be ready to put this bumper on. So here's the strange part. These, they just rivet here. I don't see like the rivet right there. I don't really see why they were not riveted from the factory. I spent a considerable amount of time looking at the manual here to see if there's anything that goes behind this. But it looks like no, nothing goes there. So when the old bumper agrees, although we can't trust the old bumper as much. But I think without further ado, the only thing I want to check, I was looking at this just before we started filming here. So there's like this stuff from, I guess, stamping this bumper, like little plastic pieces. This stud goes here for where it mounts to the car. And even with it riveted, I can still slide this in and out, so I don't see a reason why we can't just... I'm just not gonna get this one out. It's already in there. I don't see a reason why this is not riveted from the factory, but again, you have to get inside the minds of the great engineers that designed this. So without further ado, let's... All I can tell you about this is another LS430 part. I mean, you will not see, I mean, folks, I don't do body work, but I still work on, removing bumpers for repairs and whatnot. You will not find many bumpers that have rivets, metal plates, and this many bolts that hold it. This is just the next level. This is why I kept telling you when we were working in this car, they don't make cars like this anymore, and this is another part of that. It's just unbelievable how many rivets and how many things hold this bumper on. No new car has this much stuff holding this bumper on. That I can guarantee you. And if you're a body guy, you probably know a lot more about this than me. Please comment down below if you agree. There we go. I like that. This looks beautiful. Now we're gonna have to do this multiple times, so let's just do some editing magic from Jose, just like that. So all of these are ready. And can I just say one thing? This single bumper has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bolts or nuts holding it. Can I just say, if you work on cars today, I think the new LS500, the newest LS, I think it has less than that amount of bolts and nuts holding the entire dash on, let alone the bumper. It's just how they used to do things, and that's why these cars just last. Well, let's go put this bumper back on the car, which has been battery's been kind of misbehaving lately, so we had it on charge while working on this bumper. Let's put it on the rack, let's rack it up, and we'll hopefully put this bumper without more incidents, because they did fix the trunk, but we had some issues with the latch we're going to talk about next. Let's get it in the lift, but first let's see if it starts, because the battery's been really unhappy. Well, I guess that's not going to happen. And this was a new battery on this car. We just got it. So I want to see about warranty, although, I mean, we technically left the car unattended. I'm just going to use this charger. And there are signs of life to this battery. It's not like it's completely dead. It's just not enough to start this old V8. Okay, let's go engine start. Just unplug it, Jose, when I start it. This is too much for the alternator. All right, we're gonna start. Yes. We are good. That. So Jose, please guide me into the lift because I have no mirrors. This is extremely scary with no mirrors. I can't see nothing. I still remember the days where we had cars that my first car only had one mirror because it was an option to get a passenger mirror. And open the door. I feel like it's too close to this side. Check the other side.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Turn left. Okay. Straight back and then turn left and then try to just go straight. Now start turning right a bit. And now go straight. Straight. Now turn right.
This way?
Keep going, yeah. Keep going right there. Now one straight now.
Okay. It's landed. This was very scary, Jose. This was very scary. So if you remember when we removed the bumper, this piece completely broke off. This holds the bumper at the bottom here. So got a new one. Let's replace it. Okay. Oh, this is really nice. So it looks like this goes right here. I like that. And then this bolts on right here. Okay. All right, I like that. Now I think we're ready to put this bumper on. Shall we? Before we put the bumper, gotta put this little foam piece. Remember this piece of metal we talked about? I gotta swap it over. Seems very important, so pretty heavy. It says RR, so that goes, that's the rear. Wait, sits like this, so I'm just gonna go for it and hope for the best here. Don't break. Okay, that didn't break. That's very good. Now, this should, and the keyword here is should. Now, if I remember how this goes, I will be really happy. Yeah, right there. I think that looks very good. Now, what I don't like is this goo that they put here. So we have the actual seals. I'm gonna clean some of this goo. This is the stuff that I don't get. Don't mind me grumbling right now. This is stuff I don't get about body shops. It's like possibly it's the insurance company not wanting to cover the little stuff like this. It's like these little gaskets that go here, they're like a few bucks. Now I am just realizing that we're probably gonna have to replace this seal. That doesn't look very good. Yeah, that's more stuff. That's okay. I just don't get it why they don't replace these little weather seals so water won't go inside. And they were literally, this whole thing was like a few bucks. But again, it might be the insurance company not wanting to cover them. But what I'm wondering is, does this go on the inside or the outside? I am thinking on the outside because we don't want the water getting in and then sitting there and not being able, so we want it to not go in to begin with. So I think these go on the outside, which means right before we install our bumper, these need to go on. Okay, well, I think it's time to get the bumper and see what happens. Let's see how well or unwell this is gonna go. We're hoping well. So you have to line up your studs on the edge. Hold on, I think we have to line up these studs as well. This is not fun. There we go. You gotta get your side up. Do you see these studs in the middle, Jose? These? This is what's stopping me right now. Your other one? There we go. This is started. Now we gotta line up. Oop, came out, I think. Hold on, my studs here. This is not fun. Let's put it this way. Mine is in. Help you with yours.
Okay, if you want to do these little clips on this side, I'll hold this in.
Push it in. There we go. It's not gonna hold until I tighten the. I'm gonna start with the middle one, I think. So see where. Here we go. Wrong direction. Huh. Yeah. Okay, this I used the magnetic. Oh, actually, I should probably start them all and then get a different socket. This is interesting. Sounds like a success. Have a few more. Ooh, I have that one right there. There are a couple bolts here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use generic ones because the ones I have, they are extremely rusty. Yeah, I just don't feel comfortable using them. It's almost lined up. I think if I tighten the bumper in, okay. Yes. Big doings today, folks. This is a moment I've been waiting for a while now. So this car came back from the body shop, and just every day I look at it, it's like I can't wait to get this back together. Well, I like this. I like how this is sitting. It's not perfection, but it is a 600,000 mile body, so I think the bolt goes here to tighten this up, so I think we're good. The paint match, it's not a 110%, but it is extremely close. Now the car is super dirty, and this bumper is very clean, so I think that's why we're seeing, and the light is extreme. You can never get it 1,000%. I was hoping for that, but I see there is, like in certain lights, it's very difficult to get it 100%, and that's short of painting the entire car. Let's kind of get a comparison here. It's close. They did their best, and I don't blame them. I mean, this whole thing has been painted too, so that doesn't help. Well, we have a rear bumper that is not all mangled and everything. We are missing the trim though, so I think we should button the bumper up from the bottom, and then start with a very scary thing of getting this trim right. For some reason the front and the rear are the same part number, so we'll see how that goes. It's just a long kind of chrome trim, so let's try putting that on after we button up the bumper from the bottom. You know, as soon as we cut that shot, Jose mentioned something, and now I see it too. I was looking at the bumper to the body here, but if you compare this to this, they're actually exactly the same color. And this is the strange thing with pearl paint. It depends which direction you're looking at it, how it shines and how it reflects. But I think what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna try, I can't help not obsess over this little stuff, but we're gonna try not to obsess over the little stuff. Let's get it all together. We're gonna get the car washed, probably in the next episode where we have a few mechanical things that popped up. We're gonna not obsess over this, we're gonna wash it, and then it's going to Chicago Auto Pros because I want them to detail the outside, but possibly before that do some of this paintless dent repair stuff so we can get rid of some of the dings all over. Let's put this bumper back together. So now there is a little bolt that goes through that yellow little clip, which I can't even see, honestly. I'll try to do this. Point. Uh-oh, my light is dying. Right there. Yep, that's good. That's not good. And then, man, this thing has so much dust. We're already getting the new bumper dirty from all this dust. It just needs to be washed. You know, can I just say one thing? Jason from Chicago Auto Pros, if you're watching, this will be the time to change your phone number, change the name of your shop, maybe move somewhere else. She's going back to you for all this. We're gonna put one clip right here. Okay, I think this one is done. We're gonna basically do the exact same thing on the other side, and let's get the bottom done. So now we gotta sit this bumper over these things, which we should have probably done that before. This bumper is really hard. Don't break, don't break, don't break. go. The only problem is I kind of sort of forgot to tell them to straighten these brackets. We had it all out. Let's see what we can make happen here. Okay. That's not gonna go. This one is definitely not gonna go. Okay, so we're gonna have to straighten some of these brackets up. That's very close. I think we'll get it now. I want to say I can live with that, but I'm not sure I can. I mean, short of cutting these brackets and welding new ones, I think that's as good as we're going to get it. This one went in. I like that. It's one of my giant pet peeves when you look underneath a car. All the clips are missing, or they're just a collection of all kinds of different clips. This looks right. It's OEM. I like it. I think I will move on with this, except this here needs to go on one side. So 2 more clips. Same on the other side. I think 2 more clips, and we are, sorry, coming at the camera here. Just so focused on this. Oh, this is not a clip. This is a bolt. Of course, it's an LS430. Why would it be a clip? I like that. I think that looks nice. I am happy with it. With that, let us move to the front bumper. Since we have the car up, we're gonna get the stuff loose from underneath it so we can pull it out and then see how that looks like. Well, if you own a car with this many miles, things will always happen. I noticed 2 things about this car. First thing is, we have sprung a small oil leak. I was initially very alarmed that we may have to, after all, take the upper oil pan, but then I discovered that it was actually the oil, like the dipstick. It has a little seal, very common on these. That's what's leaking. We're gonna address that probably in our next episode, but I do wanna address this. So let me take this cover off, actually show you what is going on. Because this car has developed a very interesting thing that I've been noticing. It's dropping bolts as we go. I'll show you exactly why that is. It's not terrible. Just a little bit of oil, I noticed. A little bit of wetness underneath it. So what's happening here, you see this little, they once were yellow, and it's very loose, and this one is, I don't know what this is, but these are like worn out, these yellow tabs. So I got new ones. We're gonna swap them out so they can actually tighten. That's why it was loose at the back. It was not, and the bolts were falling. I mean, this thing is just, yeah, this thing is completely gone. There's nothing, there we go. Yeah, that's not how that's supposed to look like. But while we're here, I don't see any leaks, which is good, except that dipstick tube. You can actually see it all wet. So we're going to take care of that. We do have some residual from the valve covers here. I don't see anything else, so that's very good. He's behaving. Radiator seems to hold. Well, let's not get sidetracked. I already got sidetracked. That's for next episode. Let's get the rest of the bolts for this front bumper, and then we'll get this bumper off. Oh, this is the one that I should probably get a fender liner here. Remember when I left this off and then I drove it, this came off. It actually has a little, you know, gave it a haircut here. Probably replace this because it's all mangled in the front. This is gonna be next on my list. I feel like every time I look at this car, I add stuff to the list, and then I go to bed, wake up the next day, the list just got 7 times bigger. But that's how it is with a car with this many miles. I love it. I love driving this car. I can't wait to finish it up right now so we can actually drive it again. I love this car. Let's get this bumper off. I skipped over the part where we take the bottom bolts because we've already, if you've watched this series, we kind of have taken this bumper off before. And yes, if you would like to take this moment to say that we like to take things off 7 times, yes, but in our defense, we do have a very busy shop, and I can't just leave the car on the lift and not have a lift to actually fix cars on a daily basis here. We're working on that though. I'll leave you with that. Let's get this bumper off, Jose. What do you say? It should theoretically just. There we go. Hold on. We gotta unplug our. Go ahead. Nope. Not with force. So. Go. There we go. Just watch out because these studs easily scratch the body, and we gotta unplug our fog lights.
I just took the bulb out.
Okay, that works. That works. All right. There is one thing that I would like to, I'm going to remove this temporarily. There's one thing I would like to address that we intentionally left from the last episode. Well, not the last episode, but the episode when we did the headlights. This is loose. Somebody didn't tighten it because it's extremely difficult to that bolt, which we're going to do the extremely difficult part, because this causes this whole thing to move. See how this moves? And this is where the latch is, and the hood, I notice, it shakes on the highway, so I want to actually fix this. Let me lift the car up, and we'll see how we're going to get to that bolt to tighten it. So in order to get to the bolt that holds this all the way at the bottom, we have to remove this entire thing, which is actually the brake ducts, the brake cooling ducts. So I know we have 2 more bolts here. Now we only have these clips, which I feel like they are gonna break. This one came out. Let's not celebrate yet. Don't celebrate before you have it in your hand in one piece. Should know better. Okay, now we can celebrate this one. And this one is good. Last one. This is not looking good. Yep, we got it. Yep, we got it actually. Now, feels way too tight. Is there a bolt or a clip here? Oh. No, something else gotta be holding this. Aha, there it is. That's actually all I need. Here's that bolt. Hope you can see it right here. So, let's do what the previous body shop couldn't do, which is it's a lot of things falling off. And I think I'm now looking at this condenser. Yikes. This is, yeah. Well, the AC works, so this is not flexing anymore, so that's good. Now, see if we can remember to put this back together. Never actually taken one of these out, I have to say that now. Just working on these cars, you don't really I already had a situation where we had to. Condenser, I usually pull it out front of the radiator. Then we had a situation where we needed to remove this. Okay, that was a mistake. Tightening this. Now I can move this to put these clips. Yeah, this one's already coming off. I don't think these clips are long for this world. Yeah, especially this one. See if we can give it one last chance at life. Not, or no, it's ready for another 600,000, hopefully. Well, okay, that is done. What do we have here? Huh. Oh. Well, I have said this. If you are the original owner, please contact us. I haven't heard anything yet, but I'm going to get you closer for you to see this. This is interesting. If I'm not mistaken, this is the GE brand. That's what it looks to me. If I am mistaken, let me know. And looky what we have inside. Isn't that a key? That is a key for this car. We're going to test it as soon as we get the car down, see if it actually works. Very cool Easter egg. Christmas is here. Let's roll it this way. I really like that. So when we removed the old bumper, I was looking at the tow hook cover, it was missing. And I was like, I guarantee you it doesn't come with a new one, and it does. I am so happy for that. This looks awesome. I really like this. Now, before we full on celebrate, this is the same thing. It has a bracket right here where the two studs go in that go in the body. So we're gonna have to do the same thing. We actually have to swap the fog lights as well from the old bumper. So let's do that. So we have to attach these brackets with a little rivet here, which doesn't want to go. There we go. There we go. Now it's the same thing for the other side, so let's do that off camera real quick, and then we'll put the fog lights. We're ready to go. We're gonna put some of these plastic nuts here. I got them all new. So our cover, which this is part of the repair for our flopping cover there. Now these four are different. They're actually in the fender liner. I see them. They are in good shape. I do have a set of those. Usually I keep them in the shop because you putting the car together, you will run into this. This is the fog light bulb that came off when we were taking the bumper off. There we go. Let's install this. No. Ooh. This bumper is a lot less flexible than the old one. There we go. It's clipped on. Okay, this is good. Slide is good. This is scary. There we go. All right. I think it is official. This bumper is ready to go on the car, and I cannot wait to see it on the car. But before we get all excited, of course, as soon as we shut off the camera, we remembered we forgot something on the rear bumper, which we're going to pay for in a second here. But let's not forget it in the front bumper. There's a chrome trim that goes right here. It's much easier to do it with the bumper off the car, because the way this works is, here's how that chrome trim looks like. This is the one for the front and the rear bumper. So they just give you a giant strip and you cut it to size. This is kind of weird for being an LS 430. So basically it tucks at the edge and it just kind of ends. Sorry, this is the edge, I'm looking at this. Tucks at the edge and then it ends right here. So we have to get kind of a guesstimate where we're gonna cut it so it would clear and it will stop behind where you can't see it. So wish us luck. Never really done this. So yeah, how hard can it be? What do they say there? Measure once and cut 7 times. We're gonna try not to do that. Okay, I really have a bad feeling about this. Mechanics and visual stuff, we just don't get along. Usually the stuff we do, you don't see, you feel, you hear, fixes stuff, but not, this is, yeah. Let's hope for the best here. Staying positive, or at least trying to. Oh, this thing looks so pretty. I almost don't want to take it out of here, but we're gonna have to. Okay, so this is just gonna unspring on me here. Yes, it is. And oh, this is too nice. I almost want to put it in my desk. So, if you are a body guy and you're watching this, please don't be kind, because I've never done this. If there's a better way, which I'm pretty sure there is from the way we're gonna do it, just be kind. That's all I'm gonna ask you. So, there are many ways to do this: measure and cut and freak out and do this, or you can just wing it and hope for the best. I like option number 2, because a very long time ago, God bless his soul, he passed away. One of my mentors as a young mechanic told me a saying. He says, if you apply this to the automotive industry, you're gonna go very far. And that saying goes, no guts, no glory. Sometimes working on cars, you have a fear. I mean, don't be shy to be afraid of things. It's okay. You have a fear of stuff, and if you don't have some bravery, I take that back. I'm already freaking out. This is not good. I am noticing that maybe I should carry the speech in a little bit, because I am looking at this. It looks beautiful on this side, which is the opposite of what I want it to look like. I want it to look beautiful on this side, not on that side. Huh. I'm almost tempted to go look at the old bumper. It's the same thing. There's just no way around it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna obsess over this a little bit, just to see. Oh, I guess that is just the corner that's gonna look like that. Back to the speech. No guts, no glory. If you're afraid of everything, you're never gonna do anything. You just have to have faith, work hard, do the best you can do. That's all we can do. I'm absolutely doing that right now, hopefully. I mean, it's a consistent gap, but wait a second. Does this have a direction? Yeah, I think I'm just overthinking this. No, I am not overthinking this. I think we are still at a point of abort. I'm just wondering if this has a direction. Oh, it absolutely has a direction, and we absolutely put it backwards. Oops. See, told you. I'm gonna pretend we're gonna start this, and Jose will cut this in the editing, right, Jose? You're gonna cut this in the editing, right? Yeah. Let's start that again. We're actually not gonna start that again. It's fine. We all have those moments, because, yeah, that was backwards. That was totally backwards, Jose. That's why it's like, this is the bottom of the bumper, and I'm not gonna lay it on the ground and look at it. It just has a giant gap. And this is much better now. Before I say that, let's just make sure that it is actually much better. No, that is 1,000 times better. It helps to put things the way they are. This is way out of my element. This is not my department. Anything that doesn't involve hammers and just oil and impacts is not my department. That's why when it came time to detail this car, we had a little debate. Should we just do this ourselves? It's like, nah, let's take it to a professional who knows what they're doing. Certain things that you have no business doing, you can DIY and save yourself a few bucks. But certain things, I always tell you guys, you gotta know your limits. And knowing your limits and admitting to them is important, because then you don't get yourself in situations. I unfortunately see this mistake in the shop. Folks will try to DIY something, and then they didn't research, they didn't make sure that it is within their abilities. And then they get themselves in these situations where you can't finish the car, it's your only car, and you have to take it to a shop, half torn apart, all the parts in a bag. They end up charging you more because they don't know what broke, what went south, and it just turns into a very unpleasant situation. And before I cause myself an unpleasant situation, I'm gonna stop right here, and I'm gonna tuck the end before I tape all this, so I have space to tuck it in and then pull the tape over. I like that plan, and we're gonna stick to it and see what happens. I have no idea if that plan is gonna work or not. Let's hope it works. So let me get something to cut with. Okay. What did they say there again? Measure once and cut 6 times? Is that what they say? Ow, that hit me right in the face. So, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna continue my little adventure here. Yeah, I'm doing this on a table, and it's going-ish. I don't know how we're gonna do this on the car. I guess I can lift it up, but then this will be falling all over. We should have totally did this when we had the bumper. I completely forgot about these, and we were actually grabbing this bumper. I saw these behind it, I'm like, ooh, we didn't do that part. So at least we'll practice with the easy side, and I already have a problem. I think I may have got carried away and cut this too long. Yes, I did. Yeah. So I'll cut a little bit at a time. Okay. Yes. Hopefully. I think I actually pulled this off. Oh, this worked. Look at this. This looks epic. I love it. There's one thing about cars and chrome. When you put chrome in a car, even something tiny like that, if it's all faded and looks horrible, it just makes the car look completely horrible. This really looks nice. And initially when I ordered this little strip, they told me the front and rear were the same part number. I'm like, how? Now I know how, because it's just a long strip and you cut it to size. That is pretty cool. We're gonna remember to put it in the right orientation. Probably have Jose help me with it, because here the weight of it is bringing it down with gravity. When it's on the car, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So let's put this bumper on now. It's official. I want to see it on the car. I can't wait. Okay. Fog light connector. Do you want to switch sides? All right. Another fog light connector. Watch the body with these studs. My side is it? Hold on. There we go. Just hold that side now. Yep, get this one. There we go.
Is this going to pop out?
Now I'll put these clips that will hold it. Okay. I just can't wait for this. It's like a... I have to close the hood. Oh, that looks epic. I really like this bumper. I'm not going to put the front plate bracket. Now the match is the same thing. It depends, like I look at it from this angle, it looks better. The hood itself, it's very dirty here, and this hood, we're eventually going to do something about it. But this looks proper. This looks really good. I really like this. Let's finish up this bumper. we're gonna pretend that didn't just happen. Okay, let's tidy some of this bumper stuff up. I really want to do this final now. The last time we worked on it a little bit, but this time, and as soon as I said that, something else is happening that's going to make us remove this again, but we're hoping this is final for now. Okay, this is good. Now, this clip, I'll remove that before I do that. This clip, I thought I got, but now that I removed it, looks nothing like the one I got. Now, this thing came off again. Can secure it. Not want to go. There we go. This is the part where, oh no, it's gonna stay. I was gonna say, I may need 3 hands here. 2 will do. Okay, you remember that part where I said, we're never coming back here again? Yes, we are. We gotta replace these. Gotta replace these. They're completely worn. On this side, I know it's completely gone. It's at least. Oh, we are gonna come back here. I just remembered. We gotta change the fender liner. This side, at least. I think that will hold now. Now this side. This is completely missing. This one is incorrect. So I do have the correct ones. Trying here, folks. We're trying. So I remember how this goes. This goes actually underneath this entire thing. So there's that, and then this one. Okay, now we just wrestle things together. We should be fine. Okay, now this one, unfortunately, this is the one I redecorated. I forgot to put these on. So we are missing something here. That little flap, I keep forgetting to order one of those. But we'll get it, we'll get it. Suppose I can put these on the side. Kinda don't like this bolt. That was a little bit bigger than. That's much better. That's good. Let's do the other side. Good. Okay, this is actually broken too, so 2 of these, please. And there's one more clip missing here. Not gonna worry about it. We are doing this fender liner in the future. But I thought I ordered it, but it was the wrong one, of course. Now, the last thing before we put this big cover on is these yellow clips. Which I am just looking at them here. Gotta make sure I actually ordered the right ones. Look at that. That looks epic. Well, that piece is not coming out. Well, if you worked as good as you are stuck in there, that would be really nice, Mr. Clip. I guess not. That looks much better. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. Oh, there's two more. So I'm going to take the transmission cover off. Oh, there's two more here, that's fine. This one is the one that I noticed the wetness on, and it's like blowing back down into here. That's how I actually caught it. I saw it on this cover. Yeah, it's right there, I see it. But everything else, transmission is good, rear main seal. We probably put, I want to remember, decent amount of miles on this car before we put it away in storage. Maybe 1,500 miles. No, I am completely not thinking about this. We got this car with what, 628. Now it has 631. So put a decent amount of miles on it since we did the work. And okay, that's not gonna happen. How about this one? Is that not gonna happen also? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Let me try another tool. Yeah, these things are not cooperating. And last but not least, you're gonna break too. It's 4 out of 4 that broke. Not cooperating right here. Wrong gun. There we go. Just gotta find the one arrow. This should hold it. Okay, we have a new problem. This part is also not holding. So we're gonna try something I hate to do, but we kind of have no choice. We're gonna try slightly bigger bolts because these middle ones, they seem to hold, but why they no longer want to hold? Yeah, man. Be nice. That's not doing a thing. So I guess our operation is slowly failing. We're not going to give up yet. We're going to start with one of the front ones. Okay. The rear ones. Oh, that's nice. That's better. Oh, this is the part where the fender liner is not working with us. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this. I don't think this is going to turn out as well as we'd hoped. So I need to get more of these panels replaced. No, this is not going as well as I'd hoped. I have a feeling this is still going to drop bolts as we go, especially this one. What? Do this. I think that'll hold better. I'll look into that piece, see how many paychecks is that going to be. Yeah, it's not going to hold. Houston, we have many problems. Yeah, this one is already. This is not working out very well as I hoped, as well as I'd hoped. But we carry on. This one is not. But this one. Oh, this went horribly south. Well, I think we're going to table this discussion for later, because this completely ripped out of that, and I do have to replace that anyways. So I think we can put this one on. It's a lot better than how it was, but I'm not 100% happy with it. I'm going to get these side panels, because they keep popping up and dropping this thing down. And there is one piece here that is missing. Clip that is missing here, and this whole piece that doesn't want to go in. It's like completely out of. Well, you know what? I think I can get one in here. And it's just not lining up properly. Let's see. I mean, I don't think that will stay there. So here is the progress report. The car will still be dropping bolts. That's what I've been noticing with it. But at least this won't be flopping around as bad until we get yet more parts for it. Just seems like it never ends. Let's not spoil the moment. Let's go look at that bumper. Before we celebrate, let's get some of these back. The ones that we can put back. Okay. Now we're good. We have to put this trim, the chrome trim that I wish we would have put it on when we did the bumper, but wish us luck. We're gonna get this done. Okay, so what we're gonna do this time is not put it backwards. We're gonna see, is this the right side? It looks like it is. I think this is the correct, yeah, because I see it popped out to the bottom. So I gotta come my way more. Just keep going a lot more. Yeah, I think we're good here. So I'm going to start applying it here, and we're going to hope for the best here. Just give me some more slack right there. That's it. Okay. Pull a little bit on it. Pull. Yeah. Hold on. let it loose a little bit. Leave a little bit of slack because it's tightening up on me too much and I can't move it up. Because it has to go up. This went a lot better than the front bumper. I think we should have done the front bumper this way. This looks just amazing. Let me lower the car. I want to close the trunk and just enjoy this view. Let's try this. I just can't wait anymore. Yes. It's not perfect, but there is a giant gap here. This is unfortunately, this quarter panel has been replaced, so that's a lot more work. But this looks a lot better than how this car is. Looks proper. This is how an alot 430 should look like, not with this thing pushed all the way in. They did a great job pulling this without, he told me at some point, the body shop owner, he's like, this quarter is not 100% sitting properly, so you do have a little bit bigger gap here than there. This is actually the correct gap. This one is bigger, so, but we do have a new problem because of that. Because they pulled everything back, the new problem we have is, see that? The reason it's doing that because actually the striker is not hitting at the right point. Now I want to actually see what is going on with it. So I see that the striker is it's really hard to see it. What I'm going to do is pop the seal out. If I can. Yes, I can. Well, the seal's getting replaced anyways. Doesn't matter if it leaps. I just want to see what it's doing. Oops, went too far. Still can't see it. So the striker needs to go this way. If you have not worked on cars before, this is going to be very, very alarming. This is how you fix a striker, folks. Let's see if that does it. I think it's the latch, actually. Yeah, this latch is done for, I think. I think that's the problem. Not really an alignment problem. There we go. Now it's doing what it's supposed to do. Let's try that again. It's actually doing what it's supposed to do again. Let's try that. No, see, it's not. Let me put the seal back and see what's what. Okay. Aha, there we go. Now it's working. Why is it not working always? Probably one of these latches have a micro switch that is not releasing all the way. See, it's not. Unless this micro switch is the one that is not working. Let's see. I think the problem is actually not here. The problem is here. Because this is how this works. Very complicated fashion unnecessarily. There's a switch there that when you close the trunk, that switch is supposed to let it know to pull the trunk in case it's not closed all the way. So what is going on right now? See, now it worked. Why is it working sometimes and not other time? See, it did not release all the way. See that? I think what's going on is when the trunk pops, it's not letting the switch release. What that means is this arm is bent up. Is it bent up? Yes, it is bent up. So I'm going to try to okay, bend it down a little bit. Let's see if that does it. Let's see if that worked. No, that did not work. So I'm going to simulate it. See, it did release. So I think we are on the right track, except this thing is all mangled up. So I'm going to have to remove this and possibly either. I'm going to give it one more shot. One more shot. What I'm trying to think about is, yeah, it definitely needs to go down. Okay, that is a lot more down. What I'm thinking is it also needs to go out, not just down. Well, let's try that. It's gonna. Huh, this time it didn't even do nothing. Okay. Pop the trunk. Still not doing it. This is the last time we try it. If not, we're just gonna. All right, pop it. Yeah, it's not doing it. We're gonna need to spend a lot more time with this because I feel like this needs to come out. When we figure this out, we're gonna leave this for the next episode because we still have to put the rest of the car back together. And we still haven't put the trunk back together. So let's go put these side skirts and a few odds and ends, and then we'll wrap up this episode. I said the next episode we're gonna fix the mechanical stuff, but it's getting really late and we need to get home. So I think we have one more episode on the body stuff, like the mirrors. The mirrors are gonna be really time consuming. So let's go put the side skirts and we'll call it a day for this episode. Let's get the side skirts on. First I gotta wrestle this clip out. By the way, we did not, you might have seen it, for me it was 3 months ago, for you it might have been a little bit ago. We said we were going to work on the painting the, what do you call them, the door jambs. We did not do that again. The estimate that came out was a little scary. And for something so minute, I might end up touching it up and we'll call it a day, or we may do this in the future. Heads up, there is something huge going on in the background. You guys will find out about it soon, but it is kind of drying up the funds for this car, so I have to also do, there we go, that went. That was a little fight. And I got these clips on there already. I think we are ready. I think I need to open the front door as well. That went on. Cool. A couple screws here, but before the screws, got the proper clips at the bottom because they all broke. This is not sitting properly. Why are you not sitting properly? This one did. Let's see. This one does not want to go on. Why is that? Oh, I know why. Because this pinch weld is all angled up a little bit. So, yeah, we may have to work on this pinch weld a little bit. Okay. I think I'm gonna get these side screws on just to secure it. Okay. We got a couple hex bolts here. Let me see if I can find the right size here. Yes. It's gonna take a minute. Okay, I like that. Let's do the front one. Okay, Jose is gonna help me with this one. A little tricky. Hold on, we gotta go. Where are you at? Goes more in. Down. Yeah, right there. Against it. Yeah, goes in. There we go. Have to pull on this. I think now it went. Hopefully. Yeah, that side is actually good. Just give me 1 second. I will get some of my screws. Just secure it.
I feel like this should be more in, right?
No, it's right
look
there.
Right here?
Yeah, that's gonna get tied up when I tighten the bottom.
Oh, there it goes. All right. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. There's one more over there. Is sitting properly? Yes, it is. Now we got two more screws here. So I'm gonna turn the key on. It's completely dying. This battery is really not holding a charge at all anymore. I don't remember where we got the battery from, but whoever we did get the battery from, sorry, you're gonna get a call from us to warranty this battery, because this car sat for 3 months. We did start it here and there. Really, it started having battery issues when it was at the body shop. It was not started at that point. We just parked. That's okay. Okay, this side is officially done, except the mirror. We'll get to that. It's starting to look like a car again with a blue mirror. It's just the future. We have like cameras for the mirror. We're gonna rinse and repeat basically the same thing on the other side. So that looks like. We have one more thing before we wrap up this video, which is something that flew off at some point. I actually do not remember when it flew off because I didn't hear it. But let me show you what I'm talking about. Strip molding flew off at some point. So I have a new one. I am super curious to see, because this strip molding actually happens to come pre-painted from Lexus. So I'm super curious to see how badly it's gonna match our 600,000 mile paint. So let's find out. Well, let's see. Let's just set this up first. Let's make sure that it's lined up properly. And yeah, that's sitting down. I like that. I like that a lot. It still doesn't match, but I have to say one thing. It matches a lot better than our bumpers. And that's a little bit of a problem. They are plastic parts. This is actually not plastic. Potentially that's why. But yeah. So there you have it, folks. We've made great progress, I think, in this episode. The body's almost complete. Yes, it does need like a complete cleaning and detail and all that. We're gonna do that much later on when we're done with a few other odds and ends. The next thing we're gonna tackle in the next episode is the mirrors. And there's an entire episode for the mirrors because we made a little executive decision, which you're gonna find out about that in the next episode. We still have the glass to go. Still have a few odds and ends that I wanna take care of. One of them is the front brakes, which are brand new, but they're aftermarket. They're horrendous. I'm done with these brakes. We're gonna change them. possibly the next episode. There are a few little things, like the door lock that decided to call it quits. We have a new door lock that decided to call it quits, and a window, and a gift that keeps giving, that will never stop giving. That's just how it is when you own a car with 600,000 miles. Folks, I hope this video was helpful, informative. I hope you learned something new, and if you like it, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the channel. Check out some of my other videos. Until the next video, folks, may the Lord bless you and keep you, and you have yourself a wonderful day.